Hey, Red Knights. So what we're gonna do right now, what I'm gonna show you right now, is how to get the data from the conductivity lab into a spreadsheet. So the first thing I have a spreadsheet that's open. Now, one member of your group has. Oh yeah, and I forgot to do that too. Great. One member of your group has the data, and they've saved it to their desktop or they've saved it somewhere. And what you need to do, whoever this person is they need to import it into a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go File, Import. It's on my computer, so I need to upload it from my desktop. Now I have a file that's already set up. This is from some students. So I'm looking for a CSV file. And so I've got this Calvin, Nick, and Sam. So these are some students that I wound up with their data. Long story, bottom line, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm going to open it. Now I'm going to just replace this spreadsheet that I already have right here, whatever. I just want to import the data into that. It's working, it's doing some stuff. Okay, so here's the time. This particular group of students used a lab quest rather than their computer Logger Pro version. That's just the way it is. So they recorded data every second. You recorded data, or you might have recorded data every 5 seconds. So their data looks a little bit different. So see where it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is, if you look, we've got 3 rows or 3 columns that are the same. There's column A, column C, and column E. And the reason that they're the same is because they just recorded time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of those columns. So I'm going to click on the column, hold down on my control button, and I'm going to delete that column because I don't need all of these times. I have one column to the left that's going to be good enough. So I'm holding down the control button, hit delete. Delete column. Right? All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a graph. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, I'm going to click on that first in column A1, and I'm going to go down to 120 seconds. Again, they have data for every second. You have every 5 seconds. So we can compare apples to oranges. Then I'm going to hold my shift button down, and I'm going to click on D122, which is the 120-second mark. Right, so now I've highlighted that. So how do I turn that into a graph? Right? How do I do that? Well, a couple of ways. Number one, I can insert chart, right? Or, depending on how you have it, sorry, I lost my highlight. I have it set up, whether you can see it or not. I can go over here and click on that button. So I'm going to insert a chart. So there we go. Look at that. Nice line graph, change over time. The thing I don't like about it is all of my data is up here. There's some other things I don't like about it too, right? I don't like the titles. There's no labels on the axes here. But one of the things I'm going to do right now is so it's a line graph. Should be a line graph because it's change over time. So I'm going to go to Customize. I'm going to go to the vertical axis, and I'm going to change the scale there. So I can do 2 things. Number one, I can click on the minimum value. Okay, so the minimum, it's at least 750. Let's put 750 in there and see what that looks like. That's not bad. I can actually go up to 800, right, and still have that scale in there. So maybe a broken line graph kind of a thing. So 800. That's not bad. What about the top? All right. 1,000's okay, but maybe I'm going to go 975. 975. Let's see what happens then. Yeah, that fits. That fits in the scale. Okay? So I've created a graph. I've changed the scale, so now I can see things. But then Theirs looks different than yours because there's a lot of ziggity zaggity, ziggity zaggity. And what I want to do is I want to show a trend line. So I'm going to go back to the series, and I'm going to go down here and show a trend line. Now it has a trend line. Now I can see a trend line in all of those graphs. Something that also would be helpful is like we'll show trends. I'm going to label the equation. So this gives me, here's an equation in slope-intercept form. So here's the y equals mx plus b. So the 0.125, the 0.251, and the 0.552, those show slopes, right? So those are related to rates. So some ways to manipulate your data, all right? So hopefully that helps.